The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, you wrap up a two-game road trip with another visit to the Palmetto State against the Anderson Trojans. Last visit to South Carolina didn't go so well, a 5-point loss to Newberry, but you have the opportunity to get some redemption from that game against the Wolves. What do you have to correct against the Trojans?
We've got to control our controllables first and foremost. And that goes back to the individuals in our program, looking at what occurred in our last outing and learning from those experiences and then making the necessary adjustments going into the next game. So we'll hope that we can do that and travel and show well.
Anderson, a team helmed by Randall Shaw, one of the better individual scorers in the South Atlantic Conference. You kept him pretty inefficient last year. How do you replicate that?
Well, I think one of our games he may have been a little hurt. If I remember correctly, because he's an elite player, third leading scorer in our conference, and has been elite from his freshman year. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be a challenge. He's got multiple threats around him. We're gonna strategize. We've had good practices and prep, so we've got a plan. We just got to go out and execute it with purpose and with determination if we're going to try to limit his overall efficiency this game.
Trojans are only 2-6 this season, but that might be a bit of a misnomer. They've lost a trio of one-possession games, and another one of their losses was only by 7 points. How dangerous is Jeff Brookman's team?
They're the scariest 2-6 team in the history of the game of basketball, to me at least. Things happen for reasons. Sometimes they're outside of your control, and I don't know all the ins and outs of what's going on. But they're also a team in my mind that could roll off 8, 10, 12, and it wouldn't surprise anybody, I don't think. So, they've got talent, they've got depth, they've got a really diverse defensive package, they've got a really unique offensive package. They'll put it together at some point. I'm just hoping it's obviously not this Wednesday.
You look internally and said after the game that a few players just didn't bring what needed to be brought against the Wolves. What have you seen out of the past few practices that let you as a coach know that that's being taken care of?
Well, the practice attitudes, the practice actions and performances have been where we needed to be. We hold them very accountable. The standards are high. The expectations are great, and they understand that there's just certain ways we're going to do things. So that part I'm good with. I just think in this day and age, man, too many times guys are given passes, and you and I know in adult world you're not really given passes on things. So part of the educational experience here in our program is that we're going to when standards are performed at the level we want, lived out at the level we want, then we praise. When standards are less than what we want and expect, then we're going to criticize, and that's just the way it works. And the performance we'll see how guys go out and perform, and the attitude they go in with, and the determination to go in with. And if practice is any part of it, I like what I've seen, and I've got confidence in our team.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck Wednesday night against the Trojans.
Thanks, Cap.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.